Good morning student. Today we are going to learn about square law demodulator. It is used to demodulate a amplitude modulated signal. So the square law demodulator is used to detect small magnitude signal, and here the operating region is restricted to non-linear portion of the VI characteristic of a diode. In the last class we have discussed about the envelope detector. So two basic differences are present in between square law demodulator and envelope demodulator. So what are they? First one is for envelope, it is used to detect large magnitude signal, but in square law it is used to detect small magnitude signal. Here the operating region is restricted to linear region of the VI characteristic, and here the operating region is restricted to the non-linear region of the VI characteristic. So these are two differences between envelope and square law demodulator. Next we draw the block diagram of square law demodulator. So the block diagram consists of two blocks. First one is the non-linear device and second one is the low pass filter. Input to the non-linear device is a modulated signal. As we know, the input to a demodulator is a modulated signal. So here we use a amplitude modulated signal, and at the output we get the original message signal, means modulating signal. So when we give modulated signal, the non-linear device output, at the non-linear device output we get number of frequencies, but at the end in the modulating signal we only need the modulating frequency. So low pass filter is used to filter out the undesired frequency from the output of the non-linear device. So as here we use a non-linear device, so the relationship between output and input is considered as y of t equal to a m of t plus b m square of t. So this one is the non-linear characteristic representation. Okay, then we solve this equation and we get our output. How? First, as we know, a amplitude AM signal, amplitude modulated signal is denoted as m of t, and represented as AC 1 plus MA, that is modulation index, then modulating signal cos omega CT. So in this equation we substitute the value of m of t, that here it is given. So now we solve the equation, that y of t equal to a m of t plus b m square of t. AC 1 plus MA x of t cos omega CT plus B AC square plus into 1 plus MA x of t whole square, then cos square omega CT. Okay, A value of m of t, B into value of m square of the value of m of t. Then we solve the equation. First we open up the bracket. So AC cos omega CT plus AC MA x of t cos omega CT. So we open up the first term, next we go for the second term. So before that, we just put the formula of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here we apply this formula, is 1 plus, here in this term we apply the formula of a plus b whole square. So 1 plus ma square x square of t, then 2 ma x of t. Okay, first we apply the a plus b whole square formula, then here in this term we apply another mathematical formula, that is cos square theta equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So cos square theta means omega CT, so 1 plus cos 2 omega CT by 2. AC cos omega CT plus AAC MA x of t cos omega CT. Then we just open up the whole term, B A square C AC square by 2 plus B MA square x square of t by 2 plus 2 MA x of t AC square B by 2 . This one is the B. next plus b ac square cos 2 omega ct by 2 plus b ac square ma square x square of t cos omega ct 2 cos omega ct by 2 plus b ac square 2 ma x of t cos 2 omega ct by 2. So at the end we get these terms, means at the output of the nonlinear device we get all these terms. This is just a mathematical derivation, nothing else. So this one is the final equation. So this one is the first term. Okay, from the first term we get the frequency value omega c. This is also, we can write it like 2 pi fc, means frequency value is fc, means if we write it as omega c, or we can also write it as fc. So first term is the omega c. Second, this one is the second term. In second term, this one is the modulating signal and this one is the carrier signal. So omega c plus minus omega m, this one is the frequency of second term. Then third term. Third term is a constant. Constant means a DC value, means the frequency is 0. Then fourth term. This one is the fourth term. In fourth term only x square of t is present, means 2 omega m. Then in the fifth term, just 2 cancelled out, means ma x of t ac square b. Here the frequency is in the fifth term, that is omega m. Then in the sixth term there is only present 2 omega c. In the sixth term, that is 2 omega c. Then in the seventh term, this one is the seventh term. Here x of t is present and cos 2 omega ct, x square of t cos 2 omega ct, means 2 omega c plus minus 2 omega m. Then the last term, that is 8th. This one is the 8th term. 2 cancelled out. Here we have the value cos 2 omega ct. So we can represent it here x of t cos 2 omega ct. So here we can write 2 omega c plus minus omega m. Okay, these all are the frequency terms that we get at the output of a non-linear device. But in a modulating signal, we only need a frequency component, that is omega m. So first we check it. Omega c means a carrier signal, not required, means cancelled out. Then omega c plus minus omega m, this is the combination, because of that it is also cancelled out, so cancel. Then a DC value, so it is not required. Then 2 omega m means it is not required, cancel. Then omega m, this is the desired frequency. Then 2 omega c, not required. Then 2 omega c plus minus 2 omega m, not required. Last one is the 2 omega c plus minus omega m, it is also not required. The only term which is required is the omega m, means this fifth one. So this one is the output of low pass filter. This is the work of low pass filter, to filter out the undesired frequency. Okay, so at the output of the low pass filter we get MA x of t AC square B. So x of t equal to this. So this is all about square law demodulator. In the next class we discuss about the AM demodulator using PLL, phase log loop. Thank you.